So, niya na ta sa last illustrative example sa augmented presentation on difference of two square. So, the last presentation is leading coefficient not equal to 1 with a common monomial factor. So, notice ang task nato dere is 8m squared minus 32. So, medyo level up na naman. If you look at your table of perfect square numbers, 8 is not a perfect square. Okay, kung imo no naon, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9. So, wa diha na-appeal ang 8. Kunya, ang 32, 5 times 5 is 25, and 6 times 6 is 36. So, wala po diha ang 32. Pero, as I said, naay duha ka expression nga naay squared, unya, gi-minus po siya og 32. So, ako nag-iingon ninyo sa previous nga lesson nga we have to suspect kung perfect square ba gid siya or naa bay perfect square or dili or walay perfect square. So, unsaon na to ni pag-answer nga kung ato no naon kini mga numbers 8 ug 32 are not perfect square, but they belongs to the difference of two square, no? So, klaro kaayong tubag ana, naa siya common monomial factor. So, unsaon man nato ni pag-answer? So, una, identify the terms being subtracted. So, obviously, ang answer ani is 8m squared and 32. Okay? Next, express the terms in squared form or at least find a common monomial factor multiplied by the terms in squared form. And reminder, squared form are numbers times itself for 2 times. So, di ana ta diri sa step 2 ang twist. Kay na may giingon diri nga at least find a common monomial factor. So mao gid sa nay angay nato buhaton. So naanay rason nga no ang first topic is common monomial factor, no? Factoring common monomial factor because of this one, no? So we look for the common monomial factor of the numbers 8 and 32 because these are not perfect squares. So first, ang una is 1. So klaro, 1 is a multiple of 8 and 1 is also a multiple of 32, meaning 1 times 8 and 1 times 32. So both of them will answer 1 and 8 and 32 respectively. And naa siya common monomial factor, which is 1. Kung 2, pwede na ito ma-divide si 2 ngadto ni 8 as well as si 2 ngadto ni 32. Kung ato i-divide, 8 divided by 2, the answer is 4. And 8 divided by 32 divided by 2 is equals to 16, no? Pwede gihapon. Nagihapoy common monomial factor nga 2. 3. 3 dili pwede siya divisible ngadto sa 8 as well as 32. So, discard nato, scratch nato si 3. Si 4, pwede nato ma-divide ni 8. Pwede kayo. 8 divided by 4 is 2. While 32 divided by 4 is equals to 8. Now notice, pag divide nato sa 32 ngadto ni 4, mugawas ang 8. So, pwede din nato ma-divide si 8 sa 32. Diba? So, 32 divided by 8 is equals to 4. As well as 8 divided by 8 is equals to 1. So, klaro kaayo nga ang 8 mo ay pinaka-greatest, no? The greatest common monomial factor. So, unsaan man nato ni pag-express, no? Pag-express into squared form. So, mao ni mahitabo. Kay na may giingon diri nga at least find a common monomial factor multiplied by the terms in squared form. So, ang common monomial factor kuno gi-multiply sa squared form. Mao ni but pasabot. So, nigawas na to sa ato pagpakita kaganina ato gisulti nga ang 8 is a common monomial factor. So, take note, naka-highlight ang 8 because this is a common monomial factor multiplied by a squared form, which is m squared. O, na. O ni, no? So, si 8, common monomial factor, gi-multiply nato sa squared form, which can be expressed into an expression as 8 times m times m. And, ang 32, okay, 8 times 4. But 4 is a perfect squared, which is 2 squared. Kay 2 times 2 man na. No? So, ato gipakita diri na ang 8 is a common monomial factor multiplied by a squared form. So in this case, 32 can be expressed as 8 times 2 times 2. So, nakuha na nato ang step 2. Kining squared form, unya naa pag common monomial factor. Di ata dapita ani nga section kini, aning step 2. So let us now proceed to step 3. Writing in the form of x squared minus a squared. So, since naatay common monomial factor, all we have to do is to undistribute 8. Tangtangan lang nato ni siya og 8. Ibutang sa gawas sa parenthesis. Unya, paluho nato ning x squared minus a squared. In this case, klaro kayo naka-squared, m squared minus 2 squared. So, ibutang nato si 8 sa gawas, o na, times the quantity of m squared minus 2 squared. Mo na nahitabo sa step 3. So, gigawas lang nato, gikuha nato si 8 ni m, gikuha nato si 8 ni 2 squared, ang mahabilin, ibutang nato sa gawas, ang mahabilin, m squared minus 2 squared, following this format. So, step 4. We are going to write in the equivalent form of the quantity of x plus a times the quantity of x minus a. So, ang naa sa sulod ray ato i-focus, si x nga ri nahimo ng m, si a nahimo ng 2. So, therefore, naagyapon siya sa gawas, ato masuwat nga sa step 4, that is 8 times the quantity of m plus 2, okay, times another quantity of m minus 2. Okay, following this format. So, finally, therefore, following this task, 8m squared minus 32, no? We can now rewrite, therefore, into 8m squared minus 32 is equal to 8 times the quantity of m plus 2 times another quantity of m minus 2. So, diha lang kasayon, no? Ana kasayon. O ganina nagtuo ta nga walay perfect square, but eventually with the help of the common monomial factor skill, we were able to observe that there is indeed a perfect square, no? So, I hope nga sa katapusan nga example, before you factor, especially nga ang iyang leading coefficient is not equal to 1, always gid ka mo gamit sa scale nga common monomial factor. So, thank you very much. I hope you learn, and God bless.